Savannah's a loose cannon. She's dangerous. Dennis Skinner is a foul human being. But I don't actually think they shot her. I am not taking any more chances with the few people in this county that I truly care about. There's something going on in Sundance, and from the conversation I overheard, Sadie Jackson has a major grudge against the Skinners. To the point she had a fake trial of Savannah Skinner in Stars Point just before the trial in Juniper today. The feds threw the court case completely out.
How did they catch her?
Savannah?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think they caught her. I think she walked in there willingly. Red, I'm in here.
Yeah, what's going on?
Lieutenant Steve dropped by.
Good to see you.
Be polite, gentlemen.
Yep.
You're in my home.
Oh, we're always polite.
How you doing there, Steve?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
What's going on?
There's something rotten in Sundance. I can smell it every time I go near that town.
Yeah.
What is their obsession with pigs in that shooting?
I was wondering the same thing.
I just thought it was because Dr. House is a dumbass.
He's a nice man.
I mean, the guy
and
was
he's a decent doctor. I just don't think he's a very good
beating
lawyer.
around the bush. I mean, it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know, let's move along with the court. What he tried to do, put us to sleep, and he did. So people went to sleep there in that trial. Because he just wanted to hear himself talk.
That man has been nothing but condescending to me when I was in Sundance. Every time I go in there, he's condescending toward me. Not that that means much anyway, because after all, I am sort of Lieutenant Steve, and
A loose cannon. Somebody runs in the grays, in the shadows. Nobody quite knows what to do with you.
you never did ask me probably one of the biggest questions you should have asked me. You're always telling me things, and you're always getting me acclimated to the county. You're always giving me so much information for free. You're telling me who's who, what's what, where everyone belongs, and what doesn't fit. But you never asked me, why bounty hunting? Why would a doctor who fought in the Civil War go into bounty hunting? What skills does a shitty doctor from the Civil War have? Why would somebody put themselves in that kind of a situation where nobody really respects a bounty hunter? You see, after the war, I found myself providing medical attention to those people that were often swept under the rug, often hunted like dogs, the outlaws themselves. That's something that no one else in the entire county knows, except for maybe Mindy, who's actually left the county, but that's another story for another time.
She's out of the county, she's safe.
I owe it to you since you give me nothing but information every time I see you. I hope you understand.
He told me already. The first day we met. He told me exactly what I needed to know about him. And he did it, apparently without realizing it. He told me you were on the run. That you were hiding.
That's right.
You told me that you had offered medical care to someone that the law was not too pleased with.
Would you ever ask a hammer why it hits a nail in the head? Or why a saw cuts a piece of wood? No, you don't. So a tool's a tool, and Steve, I'm sorry, but you're a tool. That's
Absolutely.
why we never ask. We just need you to do some stuff for us.
So let me offer you a piece of information that might interest you ever so tiny little bit. Red came to me a little while ago and asked if I'd like to be the mayor of Whiskey Downs. There are a lot of people being overlooked in this county.
Yep.
They come in, they have no place to go, no one to turn to. And Whiskey Downs is a very, as Red would put it, a strategic location. Lieutenant Steve, I want to put a bounty out. $50 for the person who brings in whoever it is that threw that spear that hurt Maggie McGann. This is a personal vendetta. It's my primary concern in the last day or so has been to keep Maggie McGann safe. I left Keystone on the back of Sheriff Tibbs' horse, and Maggie McGann left on the backs of Lex and Monroe. But to anybody who saw us, it looked like Maggie McGann was on the back of Sheriff Tibbs' horse, and Cadence Magnolia was riding with Lex and Monroe. In confidence, I will tell you, I will pay $100 to whoever brings me that man and skips law enforcement entirely.
Yep.
No questions asked.
Do you have any leads?
One,
Dumbass.
it's a tailor,
Does that help?
new to the county. They came in fresh off the train and immediately had clothes. Within very short order, that takes work. Only a tailor can pull that off as soon as they get off the train. June knows who it is, or at least can give you a physical description. It was done in a crowd. It was aimed originally at Asher Crow. I'll have more information in the next 48 hours.
Now we're getting somewhere. What good is a hammer if you're not going to use it to start hitting shit? Now you're doing it right.
One thing. I like Dutch. He's not cannon fodder. He's no longer disposable. He's trying, Lieutenant Steve. He's trying for the pain of his heart to do right.
Very well.
If I decide to throw my hat in the ring for Whiskey Downs mayor's position, I'm going to invite Dutch to be a member of that town, because I need more than 3 people to have a town.
Yep.
You have to have 6. Lieutenant Steve, you would be a welcome addition to our community. A respected member of our community.
I'm not interested in becoming a citizen of any community, in case you haven't noticed. Otherwise, I would have already had a mailbox in the town. I currently have no mailbox. I currently haven't asked a single mayor for citizenship. I haven't asked for an office. I haven't asked for any of that. I do a lot better when I'm in the wilderness, especially when people like Cass Grant are looking for me. You know this. However, if you are made mayor, you can legitimize whatever bounty you and I wish. That is something to me. So if you're gonna play your cards, make sure you play them right with me. And you are, by offering me this bounty. Are we on the same page, Cadence?
I understand your position. I do, and I accept your preferences. But if I do decide to accept the mayorship of Whiskey Downs, I'm going to probably have a very nice house in town with a very nice guest room with a very, very private key. Should you need a place to rest your head, you'd always be welcome.
I accept.
Even a man of mystery then needs a headquarters, a cave, a place in order to...
What he needs is a bloody fucking makeover to stop looking like somebody's leftover refuge.
Yeah.
But if that's what you want, that's what you'll be. I'm not going to attempt to fix your public image. It is what you want it to be. But at least I can give you one haven. And in return, there may be the occasion when I look to you for assistance, with financial recompense, of course. Not just in attending to certain miscreants' misdeeds, but also in sharing information.
Legitimized bounties, and you got me.
If you look like a fucking bandit, people are going to treat you like a fucking bandit. Keep that in mind. I understand you got some sort of sentimental value to this red bandana of yours. That's fine. But you got to understand that if you're going to use that thing, people are not going to share information. So look, for example, Sheriff Tibbs. Okay? Yeah, he's all dressed in black. He's a sheriff all dressed in black, yet he's able to get information because he presents himself as a member of law enforcement. A dub patch, I admit, does help. The thing is, he doesn't look like a fucking bandit. He looks like somebody that could be trusted with information. So if you want to improve your standing, if you will, Mr. Steve, with getting information, remember, take a lesson here from his cadence. Get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
And with all due respect, Red, last time we met, I believe it was me with a couple lawmen knocking on the door that you were behind. And you catch even more flies with shit than you do with honey. Don't forget that.
Oh, damn. You know what, Lieutenant Steve? I like you. I like you. I don't know if I entirely trust you, but I like you. It's going to be nice doing business with you, Lieutenant Steve.
Likewise.